Hello, welcome to Thor Talk, the show all about Marvel's resident god of thunder, where I discuss Thor feats, battles, story arcs, villains, and more. On this episode of Thor Talk, it's the War Thor versus the daughter of Surtur. Plus, Thor knocks out the arch-rival of the Hulk, the Abomination, with one punch. This is Thor Talk.
I am Thor the Thunderer, son of Odin, prince of Asgard. I am an Avenger, and this world is under my protection.
Whosoever holds this hammer, if it be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
Before we begin, if you're not caught up on the story so far, just hit the links for the episodes on the last two issues of the story. Let's begin. The Mighty Thor number 22 was written by Jason Aaron in August of 2017. The story begins with Sindr, the daughter of Surtur and now Queen of Musphelhiem, talking to Malekith the Accursed. She has agreed to join his cabal to overthrow the remaining realms, and she has already started by sending her riders to burn the Davalier. But Malekith tells her that the flames have been put out in the Davalier. Then there is thunder, and rain begins to fall as the War Thor appears, proclaiming that he is here to end the Queen of Cinders. Sindr attacks him, knocking him back. War Thor deflects her next blow, but he is having trouble keeping up with her. She knocks his hammer out of his hand, and then she fills his lungs with lava, declaring that the entire realm of Musphelhiem is hers to command. War Thor summons his hammer back as Sindr leaves him to be eaten by several fire-breathing sharks. But Sindr is then astounded to find that War Thor has defeated the sharks and is now charging towards her. But War Thor is swarmed by her legions and left unable to move. Then Mjolnir knocks back the demons as it returns to the hands of Jane Foster. Jane asks Sindr to let them both leave, but War Thor refuses, saying that Sindr must pay. Jane knocks Sindr off of War Thor, but War Thor gets up and declares that the whole realm of Musphelhiem must be destroyed as he unleashes the fury of the storm. But his storm harms not just soldiers, but innocents as well, and Jane is forced to transport them both to the yawning void where he could do no more harm. War Thor is enraged, and he and Jane prepare to fight, but that is for the next issue. So now we have been officially introduced to Sindr, and she seems quite powerful, as she was able to match War Thor, who has easily defeated Ulik and Amor the Enchantress. However, she doesn't seem to be quite as powerful as her father Surtur, who was able to fight off the likes of Odin. This issue unfortunately ended a 3-issue streak of actually having Thor Odinson in the Thor book. And while this issue was certainly action-packed, it felt more like a setup for the fight between Jane and War Thor, which won't release until next month. However, don't worry, because Marvel Generations The Thunder, featuring Jane Foster and Thor Odinson, releases next week, and I will be covering that issue when it comes out, so there's still another Thor issue this month. Emil Blonsky, the Abomination. Abomination is an arch-rival of the Incredible Hulk, and in his first appearance, he literally beat the Hulk to death. However, General Ross was able to resuscitate the Jade Giant, and Hulk got his revenge. Still, in his first encounter with the Hulk, Abomination literally killed him. But Thor's first encounter with Blonsky went a little differently. In Thor number 178, Abomination teams up with the prisoners of the Stranger, and they dogpile on Thor. But Thor effortlessly knocks them all off of him, which knocks them all out, except for the Abomination, who runs away in terror. Then Thor worries about the Stranger knowing about this, and attacking Asgard as a result, so he turns back time and finds the Abomination before he defeated him and his allies earlier. Abomination walks over to Thor, not knowing what just happened because Thor reversed time, and tries to convince him to side with him. But Thor is not fooled, so he knocks him out with one punch and walks away. Thor literally defeated the Abomination and his allies once, turns back time, and then defeats him again, this time knocking him out with one punch. Well, that's all for this episode of Thor Talk. If you want to keep up with Thor Talk and all Thor related news, follow Thor Talk on Instagram at Thor Talk. You can also keep up with and support Thor Talk by simply subscribing. Once again, I'd like to formally state that all art and videos are owned by its respected companies, and I own none of it. With that said, see you next time on Thor Talk, where
you'll behold in breathless wonder.